Thousands of people across the country paid tribute as George Floyd was laid to rest. Trump is resuming his rallies, and you won't believe where, and saying goodbye to a TSU icon. The story's coming up. Hi, I'm ReShonda Tate Billingsley with your weekly Defender News Wrap, where we bring you the biggest news stories from the Black community. But many say his death has sparked a movement. Reverend Al Sharpton delivered a powerful eulogy at the funeral at the Fountain of Praise Church, where he recognized family members of Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Botham Jean, Pamela Turner, Michael Brown, and Ahmaud Arbery. Sharpton's eulogy then turned to injustices when it comes to treatment by police. The Houston funeral was the third service in the last week to honor Floyd. Previous services took place in Minneapolis, where he died, and North Carolina, where he was born. After the service, Floyd's body was taken to Pearland, Texas, where he was buried next to his mother. Thousands of Houstonians paid tribute during the procession. Houston won't be seeing any furloughs or layoffs after the city passed its budget, which Mayor Sylvester Turner warned could have been the worst shortfall in the city's history. Turner said a combination of belt-tightening decisions and federal aid enabled a balanced budget. The city was facing a shortfall of $169 million, which Turner attributed to the coronavirus. Turner also revealed the details of his executive order aimed at police reform, particularly use of force. The order bans chokeholds, strangleholds, and officers putting a knee on a suspect's neck. It also requires de-escalation, only using the amount of force required and exhausting all reasonable alternatives before using deadly force. The Harris County District Attorney's Office has dismissed nearly 800 cases against protesters who were arrested during marches against police brutality in the past 3 weeks. DA Kim Ogg announced that prosecutors dismissed the cases after conducting a review that divided them into two groups: those who sought to do harm to others and property, and those arrested for simple civil disobedience. As Texas continues its reopening and people are gathering in large numbers for protests, Houston is seeing a spike in cases. Hospitalizations are up 40%. More than 2,500 new coronavirus cases were reported in a single day in Texas, which is a record. The upward trends come 6 weeks into Texas's reopening that began in May. Health experts readily link the worsening numbers to businesses reopening and people growing more complacent with social distancing. By the way, if you attended a protest or found yourself around a large group of people, officials say don't get a coronavirus test the following day. Wait 3 to 5 days, then get tested. And then Donald Trump is trying to prove he's down with the Black Snooze. Trump will resume rallies on Juneteenth, a holiday marking the emancipation of slaves, in Tulsa, a city with a history of a deadly racial massacre. He reportedly wants to tout all the progress he's made in the African American community. Wonder, does he mean tear gassing Black Lives Matters protesters, calling neo-Nazis very fine people, calling African nations S-hole countries, having one black in his cabinet? Don't have enough time to continue. But Trump did say in a recent interview, MAGA loves the blacks. Deep sigh. Have the recent injustices of the world weighed you down? Do you want to weigh in on the George Floyd case, where we are as a country and where we go from here? The Defender would love to hear from you. In our campaign, Let the People Be Heard, you can upload your video, sharing your thoughts so we can share with the world. Log on to our website to upload your video. Also, make sure you pick up this week's issue. It's stock-filled with George Floyd coverage as 3 generations weigh in on where we go from here. Houston is mourning the loss of Texas Southern University legend Dr. Thomas F. Freeman, who passed away on June 6th of natural causes at age 100. The iconic debate coach's memorial service will take place Tuesday, June 16th at 10 a.m. at TSU's Health and Physical Education Arena. Rest in paradise, Dr. Freeman. It's a wrap. Make sure you're following us at Defender Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And join us here next week for all your Defender highlights.